Welcome back, friends. Keith here with Red Lake Studios. In last week's episode, you saw us move to the new shop and finish sealing all the interior seams with epoxy. In this week's episode, we're going to be filleting and fiberglassing all those interior seams as well. This will be the last episode with footage from the old shop. Everything moving forward after this will be at our new shop. This was my first time ever doing filleting on the interior of the boat, and I definitely bit off more than I could chew. I would suggest, if you have not done this before, that you break up each compartment of the boat into its own work session. Instead, I chose to do 6 sections all at once, which definitely was the wrong move. I ended up spending more hours than I care to admit doing this. It took a lot longer than I expected. There were just a few remaining fiberglass strips to cut out before we could begin. You'll notice on these compartments that I wetted out the area before filleting. As I've said before, this helps to prevent the wood from soaking up the epoxy and starving the fillet. At some point, while I was working on this step, I forgot that I needed to do this. So later clips, you might notice I failed to roll the epoxy first. Hopefully, we've built the rest of the boat strong enough to make up for that. It's at this point that I get overconfident. I should have stopped rolling epoxy and started filleting the first 3 compartments. As it turns out, this mistake would cost me hours this evening.
I was well over an hour of working by the time I laid down this first fiberglass strip. We are using slow hardener, and according to the manufacturer, you can apply more coats up to 72 hours after before you need to sand. But believe me, after the first hour and a half, the epoxy starts to set up, and you lose the ability to flatten out the rough edges. At some point that night, maybe around midnight or 1 in the morning, with my camera battery dead, my body exhausted, and a new appreciation for my overconfidence, I called it a night. Thanks for watching. Next up, we sand the interior and add multiple coats of epoxy.